Welcome to the next video review for Loyalty and Honour Publications. This one covering For the Defence of Berlin, which are the recollections of Georg Diers, Oskar Schafer and Henri Fenet. The basis of the book was translated from a German original which focused purely on Georg Diers and the diary he kept during the war, culminating in the fighting in Berlin. For this English version, there is an edition from Oskar Schafer and also Henri Fenet, focusing purely on the fighting in Berlin. The bulk of the book and the initial part is from Georg Diers. We see him here in childhood, on through his voluntary entry into the SS, his move to Regiment Nordland, then into the Caucasus where he fought with Nordland as part of Division Viking. Here we can see one of the pages that's laid out as the diary recounts his recollections. Carrying on through with a similar format. Georg gets wounded along with many of his kameraden and is evacuated from the front. When he returns, he finds himself within Korsteiner in the Croatian area. He is placed with the Schwer SS-Panzer Abteilung 103. At that point, training on Targa 1s, he will see Georg and his kameraden getting familiar with that particular vehicle. When they finally get activated, they're sent to the Pomeranian area on the Eastern Front and conducting some very heavy fighting in that region. Here we see Georg's tank outside the church in Arnswald. Some kameraden. Of course, the fighting in Berlin that Georg was heavily involved in. Georg himself gets captured and spends time in Russian captivity. He does, of course, survive. Here's a picture showing Georg and myself during an interview in the early 2000s. Some post-war photographs that Georg took whilst recounting some of the steps back through Berlin, and of course the famous Wiedendammer Bridge. And say there's also an additional section from Oskar Schafer and some of his recollections. Unfortunately, they are limited because he suffered from memory loss. And then the book finishes off with Henri Fenet's personal journal, which covered the fighting in Berlin. This is a step-by-step, almost blow-by-blow account detailing the very heavy fighting from the SS-Charlemagne division. If you'd like to add this book to your collection, please get in touch.